I'm here today and all I hear is how I'm chasing crazy dreams. They'll sing, 'cause I've got perfect songs and melodies just waiting to come out of me, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa. Fancy words, clever lines and tales that take you back in time, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa, and they'll know. Everyone will know. They should have believed in me.
Should have believed, baby.
The one.
Why is this one so close to Julie?
Because it's gonna get you.
Rolling in 3, 2, 1.
Hey,
Ready for a show?
I am
that
ready.
Was dumb. No, let's start again.
No, let's not.
For just a second.
And this one is on you.
That's on her?
Yeah, get out of my shot, boo.
It's
I mean,
look.
look.
Well, it's like a really tight, the angle's really tight.
I could get in there though, quick.
Get out my shot.
But my face shot's way back yonder. What are we trying to say? Let's start with that. Let's start with
What
that.
are you trying to say? See,
Look
here's
here.
what's so interesting about the cameras of the Spiel.
Wait,
like,
by
look
the
at
way,
us. We're
it's the
all
Spiel.
looking. It's the Spiel. Welcome to the show.
I thought that was my camera.
We're just
See, it's
figuring
right
out the
at me.
cameras right now.
And that
yeah,
one's at
Rob's
me.
going to have
Which
a
one's
great
yours?
time answering this.
I think we're supposed to be
Or
right there.
editing this.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. There's what's called a wide shot, right? That's going to get the both of us, right?
Okay, explain.
Then you can look into your camera right there, and then he's going to get you, right?
Okay.
We could look over to my camera. He's going to get me.
Where's the wide shot?
Right there.
I do not.
There's a little
I do
roaming.
not need to be in any wide shot.
Wide is not a good term in television, is it?
It's not.
It already adds the proverbial 10 pounds, right?
does.
So you just never know. But here's it is really neat when people come in, they're like, what camera do I look at? What do I do? You know, and here's the thing. When you have a great editor, he just takes the camera that you're looking at because you need to treat it like a person. You're just
When are we
having
getting one?
having a three-way conversation. Rob, I didn't say it, man.
Rob?
I didn't say it.
Rob, I'm just kidding. You do excellent work.
Yeah.
You do excellent work. I don't think you get paid enough, Rob.
You know, I don't know if people are going to appreciate a show that's about show making with cameras and television. I mean, should we talk about something substantive, or do you think they like that?
I think it's very interesting.
It is.
Being in radio for so long,
Yeah.
I've never seen a camera, seriously, a TV camera till we started this.
Jason, do we need to come around now and get a shot of like the 5 cameras looking at us? Maybe we'll do that, and that'll really add to it, right?
Okay.
And while he's
where's the
up here,
secret one?
listen, while he's up here, I thought of a new way we could begin the show this week. Okay. I know how you and Jason like to do the little ditties, okay? And I never get to be in on the ditties.
Okay.
So you got this right there.
Okay.
And when Jason comes around and gets the shot, I'm gonna give him something. Okay, can I just play this? Like, I can just have fun with this, right? Okay.
No, tell me what this song is. Ready? It's an old rock and roll.
I'm gonna name it in 4 bars.
Ready?
Da-da.
Yes!
Bum, 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 bum. Good thing it's not tuned up because it sounded even better too, right? Okay. Jason, I think you need to play this one.
Jason, give me a tune, see if I can.
Jason. I know they're
Neither was
awful.
mine.
They're
Here,
terrible.
get your
but
Roy
you know
Rogers red
that's
guitar.
the beautiful part about the Spiel.
Listen, it's got
We don't really care. I think I dropped it. I'm sorry. That's okay. Hey,
Come on,
do I have any hope here? Because I don't really have anything to play
Well,
with.
first of all, you got a string underneath this. Pull it out.
Can we switch?
Oh, absolutely.
See,
want the
we
deal.
desperately needed a music segment today, as you can tell.
Okay, listen.
Oh, that's a good little ditty.
Wait, what's this?
That's awesome. He's so talented. We really are kind of a 3-person, 4-person, 5-person show.
Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
She got it. All right, that's how good we are here on the Spiel.
Thanks, Jason.
You know what? Stay right there. We'll be right back.
Coming up on the Spiel.
I used to play this game as a kid, and I always thought this is fascinating how you cannot figure out when you're not seeing what it is you're eating. So we'll see if the 2 ladies here can figure out what I'm gonna have them try. Okay.
First time I heard the Luke Combs song about being gone, dude, I cried. I mean, I cried.
You're sensitive.
I'm a very, very sensitive person. Music is what moves me.
It's your most valuable resource. Nearly everyone is trying to save it, but sharing it with others makes for a wise investment. We all know how valuable time is. That's why we work to ensure your time goes farther and counts for more. More for our students, our families, business owners, entrepreneurs, our communities, to save you even more time. Because at the Bank of Heron, it's not just a bank, it's a relationship.
My name is Terry Roger Smith. I am a PA, and I'll be practicing in Christopher. Well, I'm family practice, meaning I treat everything from 3 months old to the end. I think the biggest thing with me that you'll find is I'm a patient advocate, and I'm very much for the patient making their decisions because ultimately it's their body.
Visit any one of our 11 locations in Southern Illinois. Log on to our website, crhpc.org.
The game of golf. There's something about the mix of a challenging course and the great outdoors. Maybe that's what makes Shawnee Forest Country an ideal place to hit the links. When you can play around on a world-class course surrounded by the splendor of the Shawnee National Forest, well, it doesn't get any more special than that. And when it's time to tee up, an experienced player knows to look beyond the flag. Because the number on your scorecard doesn't mean as much as the memories you make here. Find challenging play, breathtaking views, and so much more. Visit southernmostillinois.com.
And we are spieling it with one of our favorite chefs, right?
I am so excited.
Chef Lasse Sorensen, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you, thank you.
This is going to
Why
become
is his face so red?
well, because he knows that I'm about to make a big announcement.
Oh.
Yeah, it's now the Spiel with Chef Lasse Sorensen. That's it. We've been replaced. No, we do have big things coming. We encourage you to stay tuned. We encourage you to follow him on social media. You're doing some great things. You're a television star, probably even more so than people recognize the two of us. And you've also developed a product that is just taking the nation by storm.
Well,
Wazang.
Well, it's taken a long time. It's been 20 years in the making, and this spice, I just love the spice Wazang, and it has so many uses, so that's what makes it really interesting.
Yes.
So I thought today I was going to show something other than cooking fish or chicken or meats with it, some other uses for it. And again, this spice is just...
Look at that.
Look at the color. It's just great
so
color,
original.
great smell, and
It just makes you want to go, Wazang!
well, that's
Dang Wazang.
Yeah.
What's Wazang? What's yours, Rob? Is that what, did I get it? I think that was it. Rob came up with a clever one.
yeah. So you can see all the different ingredients in there real well, and just the aroma.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Different
great.
spices.
So I wanted to just show you real quick. So try to just taste a tomato just by itself first, like this.
Okay, just taste it.
Yes.
You do like tomatoes, don't you?
Yeah.
This would be an interesting part of the show if she didn't eat tomatoes.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to just...
Those are good. Out of your garden?
We're going to just try and put a little bit of the Wazang on here.
Okay.
And you
Now,
can,
this is a spice that you said you can just throw it on.
Yes.
You can really never put too much.
No.
Okay.
And I mean, you need large quantities to cook with it.
Okay.
No, especially how I do it, but we will have videos made so we can explain to folks how to do everything.
Yeah.
All right. So try that now. And this is just a great way to initially...
The tomato will never be the same.
No, you get that punch.
Oh, my. Isn't that great?
Isn't that good? Okay, so what I wanted to show you, here's another great way of using it. We put a little bit of water here on the rim of a glass.
Oh, like the
He's
salt?
about to make your favorite breakfast beverage.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, well...
The Bloody Mary.
Angie,
See, I'm going to love this much more because I'm not a salt person around the edge.
no, so this is perfect. Angie asked me to make breakfast for you today.
Yes,
so,
and I thank you very
so
much. You're welcome.
This was the plan we had. So just use it, you know, and you can put as much. You can even put this in the actual Bloody Mary mix if you like it real spicy.
Now, you were telling me earlier that we could go ahead and rub the meat down raw and then cook it the next day, and you can just put it on and eat it.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, this is a great substitute too for salt and pepper. So if you don't want the salt and pepper on, you can just put a little bit this on. I mean, I use it for so many different things.
I was surprised to learn there's brown sugar in this.
Oh, not me.
You know?
No,
you figured, okay.
Yeah, brown sugar in there. I mean, you know, I'm a pastry chef. I like a little sweetness and everything. So, and it was much better. The first version we did was white sugar, but now it's natural brown sugar instead. So that's an upgrade. So this is kind of Wazang 2.0.
Right.
So
I can't wait to taste the new because the first one was
so good.
Gosh.
But you know, I like what he's saying. He's always willing to develop with the times and when ingredients are made better. And, you know, isn't that pretty?
That's beautiful.
I don't know if you wear it or drink it or, I mean, it's a meal in itself, right?
A little tomato, mozzarella, and these are pickled jalapenos that I made.
Would they be hot? I mean, they're jalapenos.
No, because again, you know, I put a little sweetness in there to balance the hot with the sweet.
So what is cheers in your native?
Skål.
Skål.
Yes.
Skål.
Yeah.
That's it.
You chop actually the head off of your worst enemy, clean out the skull. That's where the word comes from, skål. That's an old Viking thing.
Okay. Wow. Well, as we're trying the garnish, it's going to take us a while to eat the garnish, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to do something else, so we have to prepare for that now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to introduce a new segment to the Spiel, and where we're going to see the correlation between sight, smell, and taste. And I have my two guinea pigs with me today.
Guinea pigs.
Yeah.
I thought you was
Julie
going
and
to
Angie.
say beautiful assistants.
That's what we discussed in the Monday meeting.
Well, I guess
you forgot.
I had too much wine last night. Okay. So what I would like you to do is be blindfolded.
Yes.
And we'll start. I don't know. I used to play this game as a kid, and I always thought this is fascinating how you cannot figure out when you're not seeing what it is you're eating. So we'll see if the two ladies here can figure out what I'm gonna have them try. Okay. Are we ready for the goodies?
Have you ever done this?
So
in the tail and the donkey games.
Oh yes. Don't look under because you can say.
So I'm being nice because I was gonna do pickled herring, goose liver, escargot, and I thought, well, we need to get to know each other a little bit better before I do that.
Yes.
So we're today.
You want us to remain friends.
Yes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do sweet and sours today. So you're gonna have to see if you can guess what this is. Okay. So I'm gonna take and put the first item on a toothpick, and we can talk about what you think it is. Yeah, you can go ahead and see if you can. I'm going to lead you. I'm going to lead the blind right there. Okay.
Toothpick? Okay.
Toothpick?
Oh, it's on there.
Yeah, it's on there. So let's see if we can guess what this is.
That is a pickled apple, pickled relish, pickled. It's a pickled cucumber.
It is a pickled cucumber. Yes, that's good work. All right.
We're so good.
So
we got the first one spot on.
Yeah, I'm impressed because my chefs in the kitchen couldn't figure that one out. All right, so here we're going to try the next thing.
Okay.
And
the next thing.
Yeah, because obviously I can't say what it is.
Is it on there?
Okay. Yeah, it's on there. Try that.
Are you ready?
Light.
Yeah. And I'll give you a hint. It's a berry.
It's an olive.
Gooseberry.
It's an olive. That's a black olive. Well, give us a hint.
Pickled gooseberry.
It starts with a C.
A C.
Yeah.
Pickled kumquat.
No. I don't know if you're going to get this. This is kind of an unusual thing. But
Oh! Caper.
It is a caper.
It is not a caper. It's
yes,
too big
it
to be
is.
a caper. I
No,
love capers.
it's a caper berry.
Julie, where are you? Good job.
She is good, isn't she?
That, you know, and I'm so surprised because Julie's the one that ordered the capers thinking it was like a bowl of peas one time.
I went like this.
Oh man, I love capers.
That's
That's
why I know
amazing.
they taste so well. That's
but it's
good.
bigger than what I love it.
Yeah, I mean, they're big caper berries, and they're very, very interesting.
Do you know why I knew? It's
That
a
was
little beads
awesome.
on the inside.
Gosh, Julie, I'm so impressed.
Yeah, just remember, we're not going to play this game with money with Julie.
No.
We're not?
My money,
No.
my palate has failed me.
So now it's something completely different.
I never could find the mouth.
Okay.
That's surprising, isn't it?
It's very surprising.
Yeah, this is an unusual thing too. I mean, I know you know what it is.
Some sort of a peanut butter or a butter of
Buttery chocolate. Buttery dark chocolate.
Yeah, you're close. It's a chocolate, but it's a certain kind of chocolate.
Belgian.
It is Belgian. It's a nut.
A nut. Oh, hazelnut.
It is hazelnut.
It's hazelnut Belgian chocolate.
Yeah, hazelnut Belgian chocolate.
I knew it. I was
Yes.
point on with that. I was spot on.
You weren't going on for a while.
Did I win any money on that one?
No.
No.
Something landed on my toe. I think it fell off my stick. Is it on my stick? Something on my stick?
Yeah, there's some
It's
on
there.
your stick.
It's
Yeah.
light.
I just love the fact that, isn't it amazing, like how much more you taste when you're not looking?
Yeah, I know. You get get forced to
This
use.
scares me. It's mushy.
It is mushy.
Oh, hang on. Don't say nothing.
Well, you want to win more money?
I know. I know what this is.
I do too. What is it? It's a paste, like a.
It is a paste.
Okay.
But it's
This is a paste made out of a certain nut, starting with A.
academium.
No,
What is it?
almond.
Almond.
It's
Almond
almond
paste.
paste.
Right.
That's
Yes.
not what I was thinking.
It has an almond joy taste.
It does. Well,
Yes.
not really, because there was no chocolate on that.
No.
Almond
Okay.
Joy's got nuts.
What I want you to
mostly.
do now is just take your blindfold off, because
Okay.
this is another taste test we're going to do, but I want you to see this. This is something we've been experimenting with at Tom's Place Restaurant for a while.
Yes.
And I'm very enamored with this new cherry that I'm.
That's a cherry?
Yeah, that's a cherry.
Looks like a small
what I
black
want you to
olive.
do is try one of these cherries. This is the cherry that you normally see people putting in drinks.
And using the stem to tie, like with your tongue.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you do that, by the way?
I can.
I
You
can't.
always claim you can, but you never can.
Go ahead and you can do the berries.
As you're
So-
talking, get it done.
But what I need you to try is this is basically a cherry on steroids, a super cherry.
Okay.
It's called a Luxardo cherry. We now use that in the restaurant for all our drinks, your old fashions and everything. Wow, look at that.
Did you really do that?
Yeah.
You are so on fire today.
So
You win an
these
award.
cherries I only made one place in the world. They're very expensive.
Yes.
And I tried my best to see if I could duplicate it, but there was no way. I tried everything, and you can't duplicate it.
What do they keep it in some sort of a
They
mixture?
take half of the production, and then they make a liqueur out of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other half they marinate in the liqueur.
Okay.
So this is an.
You want us to tell you what the liqueur is?
No.
No, there was no way we could. It's very, very expensive.
But
And you can
if
only get it on the other
if
side
you
of
use
the
that in a
world.
drink now, an old fashioned or any kind of drink, they're just unbelievable cherries
Oh yeah,
compared to.
that would be amazing in like an old
know,
fashioned or
It's got a prune taste to it.
Well, it's so concentrated. That's why.
right.
I just thought that was a very interesting
That's
thing.
amazing.
I love those
That's
cherries.
really cool.
Yeah, Luxardo
And
cherries.
you wouldn't need a lot. Okay, so we're elated. We've done so much today, and we've learned a lot, haven't
yes.
we?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it was
And-
fun.
Yeah, and we've unveiled a lot
Yes.
today. You see where I'm going with this?
Yes.
That we're unveiling things. We've got some
So we've got
big,
some-
big news
Okay.
coming, don't we? But we're not going to tell people yet. They have to
When
tune in.
do we get to know? I don't even know.
Like next week, right?
Next week, yeah.
We'll know next week.
Ooh, do you know?
I know some things just because I know certain people. Do you know those people? It helps to know
I
the
guess
people.
I thought I knew the people, but
Well,
I
he's-
can't wait
he's
to
one of the-
see
like
with
that.
everybody else.
It's kind of like, I got the flu because it's a different kind of flu. It's the entertainment flu.
Oh, he's been bitten by the
I
bug.
was in California with Julie Chen, and I guess I caught something when I was out there, and it has now escalated.
But
That's all I'm going to say.
yes, it's
Wow.
escalated. It's escalated.
I'm
How about
excited.
That? I am too. It's going to be great.
Can I ask you a couple questions?
Sure.
All you can say is yes or no, okay?
Okay.
Am I going to like it?
You're going to love it.
I love it.
Yes.
Okay. Will my family like it, or just a girl thing, or
No.
everybody?
Everybody's going to love it.
Everybody's going to love it.
Yes.
All right, so stay tuned to the spiel. Okay, we'll be right back.
Coming up on the Spiel.
So have you always wanted to write, or did the passion come from work as a police officer?
It came directly from working as a police officer.
Okay.
I never really had an interest in it before, but you know, seemed like report writing and telling stories that happen in true life. You know, I had a knack for putting it in words and everything.
Yes,
so
yes.
It kind of just came from that.
I'm telling you, we're all birds of a feather.
Yeah.
Which can be a really good thing or a really bad thing.
Which I will admit, this is very unusual for me. I usually have flip-flops on.
He dressed up for you.
You know
I'm
what?
telling you, that's what he did.
You got little feet. Those don't look, I could wear those,
short.
I'm thinking.
I'm short.
But I've seen short men with sleds.
I'm not even going to touch that.
I would encourage all of you to pay it forward and let that random act of kindness define us as a nation.
You'll know you're in Shawnee Forest Country when the hills rise up to meet you. When the fruit of the land seems to be waiting for you to pick it. Where at the end of every path, you'll find another reason to raise a toast. The Shawnee National Forest is home to miles of unbelievable natural wonders, adventure, wineries, and unique places to stay. That's how you'll know you're in Shawnee Forest Country. Plan your getaway at southernmostillinois.com.
And one of my favorite times here on the Spiels when we get to talk to authors, and most of the time that it's a serious subject.
Very
you know,
serious,
very
very
serious.
serious, yes,
But
yes.
today we have Sergeant Gregory Dunn, and this is your first book you wrote, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The book on laughable and disturbing police reports.
Yeah.
Wow. You
Yeah.
know, it's one of those jobs. Look, I mean, that you deal with so much that is grueling, and you're at times wondering how we're going to get through this day. You know, how am I going to process what I've just seen or what happened? But man, to find a way like this to be able to remain sane.
Yes. Yeah. It was very therapeutic.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, I
writing
bet.
it, you know,
I bet.
you go through a lot of negative things as a police officer, and I thought it was time just to write something positive as far as being humor, you know,
Sure,
having a lot of humor
absolutely.
and everything.
Laugh at
so
yourself
everybody
and
can
others.
laugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, us as citizens on the other side of the law, I guess we didn't realize how much funny stuff that you guys, you know, encounter.
Well,
There
that's,
is quite
they
a
don't
bit.
let us know that usually
well,
until
we
he just
do
decides
now.
to open up the vault and let everything out.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So have you always wanted to write, or did the passion come from work as a police officer?
It came directly from working as a police officer.
Okay.
I never really had an interest in it before, but you know, seemed like report writing and telling stories that happen, you know, in true life. You know, I had a knack for putting it in words and everything.
Yes,
so
yes.
it kind of just came from that.
So, Greg, you use names in this book. This to
People are
protect
panicked.
the
They're
innocent,
panicked right
or
now.
are they real names?
They're fictitious, you know,
Fictitious,
fictitious
yeah.
names.
Well, you did a good
not
job, because
real.
I knew
Sally
I knew
Johnson,
some of these people.
you know, Betty May.
I think I used Jane Doe a few times.
Jane
you know,
Doe,
so.
yeah. I mean,
Another question for you. There's so many great stories. So did you just start writing them down and remembering along the way? This didn't happen in a week, so how'd that work?
Well, I did write it in like 2 weeks, actually.
No, what I mean is like story number one, when that happened, did you, to remember everything, did you go home and...
All of it basically is an accumulative of my entire career, you know, and if you do it a long period of time, you'll have them stories or you'll remember every once in a while.
And you remember all that.
Yeah, and I was just kind of, you know, and, you know, this, a lot of it is fiction too, inspired by true events, you know, and I kind of put maybe a comic twist on it, you know.
So for research, the department wouldn't let you take the actual reports home.
No, that's not that's not standard protocol.
I wondered how you would pick number one. You know, I think maybe you just had to throw it up in the air because they're all.
Well, that's one of the most memorable.
Oh, I
you
bet.
know, so that kind of.
You'll need to buy the book to read it. We can't, for our audience, we can't talk about story number one for sure. Well, you're going on to do some other things as well. You obviously a man of faith, and you're talking about perhaps your next work, a higher power. So let's talk a little bit about what you're looking to do next.
I'm pretty much doing this. I'm working part-time at James Coleman Ministries in Marion, and that's basically an outreach center specifically for kids who are at risk, you know. And so I'm doing some mentoring there for the kids, you know, who really need it.
Absolutely, because that's not funny. We don't want them to wind up on any of these police reports, and if you intervene now and you're that person, that inspiration, you can tell them the hard facts of what's going to go down if you choose a certain path. So you really want to guide them in another direction.
Yeah, that's true. You know, kids in this area, there's a lot of them that need help and encouragement, and if I can be that type of cheerleader for them, you know, that's what I think I need to do.
That's awesome.
And you know what? Stories like that about helping our wayward youth in our area, we always heard about that in Chicago and St. Louis, but it's really here in Southern Illinois.
Yeah. There's some real social issue problems in Southern Illinois, and that's what we do at the James Coleman Ministries Outreach Center, and
that's awesome.
I try to address them problems.
Is it biblically based? Do you use scripture and try to teach them that way?
Yeah, Reverend Coleman is a really awesome guy. He has got notoriety up in the Chicago area for helping kids up there, and we're trying to bring the success of that program down to Southern Illinois.
Awesome.
And it's just happening. And
what's the title of the next book?
Well, I've actually got one. It's a novel, actually, and it's the most creative cop in the world.
Okay.
And it's about a young, it chronicles this police officer's life when he was young to old. He has a form of autism, similar to The Good Doctor. It's on ABC. This guy was mentored by a police chief who was originally from Chicago, comes down and kind of teaches him the ways of a police officer, and he ends up having quite of extraordinary career.
Okay.
The thing about some kind of spectrums of autism is they might have some deficits in social communication. However, they're very, you know, a lot of people are very talented at other skills.
Oh, sure.
And you know, my character will end up doing extraordinary things.
Oh,
that's kind of.
So it was a character. It's not based on a true story.
It's
a little.
It's a little bit. Yeah, a little bit, but I would have to say it's going to be fiction when I'm done with it.
Okay.
You know.
How can folks find it?
You can get it on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, the Trafford Publishing website, or my Facebook page. You can get it through there.
Well, again, there's the title for you, and it was a fun read. I mean, it was the whole time. I mean, I'm reading. I'm like, oh, what? Wait, what? You know, it's just great comical stuff, really good stuff. So hopefully, all the police officers that you're writing about in here didn't come forward and say, "Can I have royalty for my story?" or whatever. So, yeah, that was
that's
awesome.
Funny.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Coming up on the Spiel.
I've always heard that you have to use espresso when it's very fresh.
Yeah.
I thought, but what if you took fresh out of the espresso machine and froze it in liquid nitrogen at 320 below zero? Would that lock anything in? Would that lock the flavor and freshness in? And I found that it did. So not only could you bring it back to life an hour later, you could bring it back a day later, or even a week later, or even a month later. So that's kind of what took me down this path.
Okay.
So much of this stuff looks like it's very well rehearsed and all that, when in actuality, for a lot of us, we like for it to be sporadic, spontaneous.
Yeah.
And Bryce came in and just nailed it.
And now you can't get rid of him, or how?
Yeah, that's right. And that's been the beginning of how many years now?
8.
when you lose your teeth, you lose not just the ability to chew and eat and smile, which is a big thing, but you lose a part of yourself.
It was life-changing when I came into Dr. Hughes. It showed me videos and models, and these are the choices we had. These were the options.
Training matters, experience matters. The thing which is extremely important is compassion. It brings back your ability to chew, restoring a sense of dignity.
Come in and see Dr. Hughes, the greatest thing I ever did for myself.
Prairie Farms presents Did You Know with Chef Rob.
The new Chef Splendor sour cream dips from Prairie Farm. They're not just for dipping anymore. Use them as an incredibly flavorful sandwich spread, a great pasta sauce enhancer, and they come in 3 flavors: spicy ranch, roasted red pepper, and tzatziki, all made with real milk and cream, blended with vegetables and spices. It's just that simple. Check out our website at prairiefarms.com.
Few things in life complement each other like beer and barbecue. Whether you crave the savory flavors of wood-smoked meat or the finish of a local craft brewed IPA, you'll find a hearty helping of both in Shawnee Forest Country. From a world champion barbecue cook-off to a growing network of local brew pubs, the only question is, what will you explore in Shawnee Forest Country? To learn more, visit southernmostillinois.com. You're watching The Spiel.
Now, this guy is known for a really cool invention some time ago. You probably heard a little known product, Dippin Dots, and now he's encouraging people to enjoy their coffee by the spoonful. What do you think about that?
I love this idea. How did this come up?
You know, we were going to put coffee in a Dippin' Dot store one time, and I thought, well, why do it in the normal way since we don't do ice cream in the normal way? And I got to thinking, I have a curious mind. I thought, well, I've always heard that you have to use espresso when it's very fresh.
Yeah.
I thought, well, what if you took fresh out of the espresso machine and froze it in liquid nitrogen at 320 below zero? Would that lock anything in? Would that lock the flavor and freshness in? And I found that it did. So not only could you bring it back to life an hour later, you could bring it back a day later, or even a week later, or even a month later. So that's kind of what took me down this path.
Okay. So it evolved. Obviously, you were thinking about it when you were doing the other venture, but there's been such an explosion of coffee across the world. You know, everybody's into it. That's how they spend their time. Is that part of the reason that you created the 40 Below Joe?
Oh, definitely. I mean, people eat ice cream usually a couple times a day, you know, sometimes in the mid-afternoon or at night. And I'm not saying I eat it all the time, but coffee is kind of a growing market. I think people consume it at different times of the day. College kids want it late at night to stay up and study. So we just feel like it's a really large growing market, and we feel like we have a unique way to present it.
Great.
In a very high quality way.
Perfect. We like to get right into product tasting, don't we?
We do. You know, I just want to say hats off, because right here is the house blend, the French vanilla, the vanilla, hazelnut, and so popular, the pumpkin spice, salted caramel, and mocha. That's all the hot flavors.
He's got
right
the
now.
hot flavors right there.
We tried,
Yeah.
and we'll continue to add to that, I'm sure.
So what we're looking at, I guess, is what would be your bag of coffee, right? Is that okay? And then you've got your creamer flavors that would come in behind it.
Right. So the coffee is actually a blend of kind of South and Central American beans. They're Arabica beans. Like I say, they're high quality beans. We rerun those through an espresso process, which is basically using hot water under a little bit of pressure.
May I open it?
Yes, go ahead. And so, like I said, if you want to make a hot cup, we will just literally put some of those in a cup and add water. It's that simple.
Okay.
And it brings
hot
it
water
back.
or water?
It doesn't matter, because we're going to put it in a microwave.
It.
Okay.
So, but yeah, hot water, you would microwave a little bit less.
What is? I know it says on there, but what is it, like a teaspoon?
Oh my!
Or?
I just opened up a bag of coffee.
Oh my God! It smells like the fresh ground.
Yeah, and even though we call it 40 Below Joe, this coffee will actually last in your freezer at home for several weeks. Like at 40 Below Joe, you could leave it in there a year.
No, you'll understand. It wouldn't last several weeks.
Well, that's the key.
That's what you're aiming for. Okay.
And the only thing will happen at all is it might form a few ice crystals, but when you put it in and add water, all your flavor and freshness is going to be there.
Well, let's do that, because I think we need to make a cup like that, and then we'll sample. Is this what you eat? You want them to eat their coffee.
Right.
Because we don't want it to melt. We got quite a bit of product.
Yeah, so we have two things, and we don't want to confuse people. You can make a drinkable coffee, or you can have an edible coffee.
Awesome. Well, let's do, you want to do the drinkable first since we open that up?
Okay.
All right, we'll go over and.
All
What did you order up? Is that just the house
That's
blend?
the house.
Okay.
And if you want to add any kind of a creamer, we can add that to it as well.
Okay.
And we can put a little flavor to it.
Okay.
If you put in about 1/3 of a cup, and then no matter what size your cup is, and you fill it up and leave a little bit of room for microwaving. So what we'll do is add a little water to this and we'll microwave it.
I hope he doesn't mind
We did sort of just go ahead and help ourselves to what was in the freezer. I hope that's okay. We couldn't wait.
We'll try that.
I mean, truly, you're in a fantastic coffee shop now, right?
Mm-hmm. I knew I'd get this back so she could eat. I knew it.
This is delicious, but I would need like 3 more cups of espresso. Like I
We
like
can do
it
that.
strong.
Yeah. And that's the nice thing. Once you get it home, you can make it any strength you want.
Isn't that amazing? It's so
craziness.
good.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Wow.
It is crazy.
Mm.
I think you got a pretty good idea here.
Can I say this real quick? This is like a cup of coffee, right? If you eat this, huh?
That cup, the way that we blend it is about a shot of espresso blended in with your, and these creamers are non-dairy, by the way.
Yeah, you know what? Look at this.
Yeah.
75 calories
that.
per serving. My creamer that I put at home is way more than that. Oh, my.
Well, so what we need to do is what? Just get online, look for it in the markets. I mean, this is new. This is like cutting edge stuff.
This is brand new. You can get on our website and you can order it. It can be shipped to your home.
Okay. Do you foresee having brick and mortars, 40 Below Joe, where you prepare it there for them, the coffees?
You know I do, and I'll tell you why. As you know, coffee is very popular, of course. The advantages that we offer is that you can walk into a coffee shop and actually look at a dipping cabinet full of beads. And these beads could be Peruvian coffee, they could be Brazilian coffee, they could be, whatever. And then you could have another cabinet with all your creamers and your different flavors. And the way that we envision this is that the barista would then basically take whatever you order, put it in a cup, steam it back to life, or make a cold coffee, or an edible coffee. So we do feel like we will have coffee shops, 40 Below Joe coffee shop.
Well, you had talked about before when you were formulating and creating things, have you had to go back to the drawing board very many times, or do you think you've pretty much nailed it on the first, second couple tries there?
I feel like we're very close to, we have great products, I think, now, but we will always tweak and we'll always add flavors. Sure. It's just the way that we do things.
Remarkable work. I mean, you just impress audiences everywhere you go, don't you?
I don't know about that. If I can impress you guys, well, that's...
Yes, Curt Jones, thanks so much for coming out. We appreciate
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
40 Below Joe. We'll be right back.
To find out more about the Spiel or even watch past episodes, visit spielon.com. If you've got stuff that needs storage, call the region's premier builder of storage buildings. From pre-built to custom-built buildings made to last a lifetime. K&K Portable Buildings. Visit kkportablebuildings.com.
Introducing the all-new Legence Bank app.
We really try to be on the cutting edge.
With all the conveniences you already love, like 24/7 access, account transactions, online bill pay, but now with even more powerful tools like mobile deposit for true banking on the go, Spin, making person-to-person payments easy, and smart tools like Go Focus to help you visualize your financial profile and plan for the future.
Our app is very popular.
It's the next best thing to banking with us in person. Download the Legence Bank app from the App Store or Google Play.
Someone said, to find a man's true character, play golf with him. Likewise, to experience the true character of the region, you should play its golf courses. From the old oaks of Crab Orchard Golf Club to the hills of Kokopelli, across the shores of Pine Lakes, to the links at Stardust. Find a challenging and diverse range of play that you can only experience when you visit SI.
I'm Krista Pesca. I have joined Christopher Rural Health. I was born and raised here in Southern Illinois on a farm, and I've been here practicing now for approximately 16 years, and I see people of all ages. My main approach is I just treat people like family. I mean, I would treat them just like I would treat my mother or father.
At CRHPC Community Health Centers, we strive to give excellent care to patients in all the communities we serve. Let us be your medical home.
Hey everybody, this is Mark Wills. You're watching The Spiel, and this is Backstage Pass.
Jason Pinkston, and this is your Backstage Pass.
And we'd like to welcome everybody to Backstage Pass on the Spiel. Today our guest is Mark Wills and drummer extraordinaire from Marion, Illinois, Bryce Williams.
That's right.
How'd you all hook up?
I needed a drummer. The guy that was in my band, they played together downtown a lot.
Went to college together.
Went to college together, and it was one of those deals where he had just left Lady A and was just kind of scurrying around, looking, you know, playing downtown, doing stuff like that, and I'm a drummer, so I'm very difficult on drummer. His first rehearsal was a show.
Oh wow!
We had a show in Nashville, and
you really trusted this guy, huh?
No, I didn't trust him. I trusted the guy that hired him, you know. But it was one of those deals where you know,
didn't meet me till that night.
I never met him.
Yeah.
Did he have everything good?
It was great. So much of this stuff looks like it's very well rehearsed and all that, when in actuality, for a lot of us, we like for it to be sporadic, spontaneous.
Yeah.
And Bryce came in and just nailed it.
And now you can't get rid of him, or how?
Yeah, that's right. And that's been the beginning of how many years now?
8.
You know, the first time I ever heard your stuff, I went to Mercury Records down there, and I sat at Larry Hughes' office. He said, "Julie, sit down, because we have got this new guy on the roster that is, gosh, he's going to go somewhere. He's going to be huge." And he played Jacob's Ladder for me.
We have, throughout my career, been very blessed to have a lot of big songs. And you know, people ask a lot of times when we do stuff like this, they ask, what would you change? What would you change in your career if you could? And the one thing that I would do is, early on in my career, I put the emphasis on the music. I didn't want it to be about me, because I wasn't somebody that wrote all my own songs. I felt like I was a much better song picker than I was songwriter. So I always put the emphasis on the music. And I think that's been the one thing that's sort of been detrimental to my career, is that people know the songs, they don't necessarily know who Mark Wills is. And
when you're picking those songs, Mark, did you have the final say, or was it that corporate thing?
Early on, yes, and then when it started sort of transitioning, no. And there were several songs that we recorded that I wasn't a huge fan of, or I didn't think sounded like a Mark Wills song. But I was a team player.
Right.
So, but the songs that people will hear at this show and that they hear in our shows, those are the songs that I love. I mean, I would say a good 95% of the music that we ever recorded, or that were ever singles, were songs that I felt like truly represented who I was.
And you know what? You've got to love those, because you do them how many years now? Every night, 2 or 3 times a week.
Well, for Jacob's Ladder, well, I've been singing that song every show since 1996.
Right.
You have to love it.
You have to love it, right.
You have to. It's like, you know, it's like one of your kids. You've raised it. Bryce will tell you, everybody up here, the drummer, piano player, the guitar player, the bass player, I mean, we all love our job. You know, Bryce sings as much as I do. He just doesn't have a microphone in front of his face.
You know what?
Watch the show tonight, and he'll be sitting back there.
You know what? I've seen videos that he posts when y'all are at the Opry.
Yeah.
He sings every word. Tell us about the future. What's going on?
We've actually taken a different direction for the new music, and that is that the guys in the band that play it night after night, I wanted them to be the ones that are playing it on the record.
That's awesome.
I really felt like there was a part of our country music right now that's not being represented.
Yeah.
The 90s, the 80s, the 90s country is there's nobody really representing that.
No.
And so that's kind of what we're doing. We're going to go back and we're going to find some great songs. We've found some great songs, and we're going to cut them and get out there and promote them.
That's awesome.
And just, you know, and let the guys that are doing what they're doing now, let them do that. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about country music. It's always, if you go back to the, you know, I was talking at the Opry last night. If you go back to the 50s and 60s and the 70s, there were some great times in country music, and there were some times where it just, you know, it just didn't kind of feel right.
Right.
You know,
I think we're there now.
Yeah, I'm a huge Ronnie Millsap fan. But you know what? Ronnie Millsap was a pop singer before he was a country singer.
Right.
And a lot of those songs that he put out on the radio that we think of as great country songs were really ahead of their time. It's okay for the Luke Bryans and those guys to do what they're doing. It's okay. That's the great thing about our industry.
Everything's welcomed.
Right. What we're choosing to do is sort of throw it back a little bit and make some of those great songs, great melodies, great lyrics, and great musicians playing it, not having a computer do it for you.
Right. Haggard or Jones?
Both. Say both. Say both.
Both.
You would have to, you know.
You can't choose.
Mexican or Italian?
Italian.
Okay. Creamy or crunchy?
Creamy.
Okay. And then boxers or briefs? Look at you.
Boxers.
Okay. Not boxer briefs. I get that a lot.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Can we get close to this? What is that on there?
It's just a pattern.
Oh, I thought it was like little Eskimos. Okay.
No, it's not Eskimos. I wouldn't wear little Eskimos on my drawer.
Haggard or Jones?
Both.
Mexican or Italian?
Italian.
Creamy or crunchy?
Crunchy.
I want you to tell us something that nobody knows, and there's a lot of reading on you out there.
I'm a big softie. I love my guns. I love to hunt. I love all of that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm a big softie. Like the first time I heard the Luke Combs song about, you know, being gone, dude, I cried. I mean, I cried.
You're sensitive.
I'm a very, very sensitive person. Music is what moves me.
I don't know where I was at, but it was an anti-bully rally. And they started with your song, which I'm sure you've heard that story many times.
Yeah. We've had songs that have literally been impactful on people's lives. And, you know, I guarantee you that, and I say this in the show sometimes, I guarantee you Garth Brooks never got, you know, had a Sunday school class send him a video of Friends in Low Places.
I'm positive on that.
Positive that never happened.
Right.
You know,
but then you've got videos.
We've had kids, you know, we've had autistic kids, we've had Down syndrome children, we have, you know, Sunday school classes, choruses. That's cool. That's cool
really
that you have a
cool.
song that you were sort of the voice of and the person that pushed that out there. You know, truth be told, Mercury did not want to release that as a single. And there was a lot of battles we fought over the years with songs that I felt like represented me and represented my fan base and who I was that they didn't want to push.
I hear that all the time.
Yeah. 19-something, believe it or not, was an argument over not releasing that as the first single, and I was like, you're crazy.
So did you ever give when it did real good?
Yeah, that's what got me dropped from the record label.
When you did that little face thing.
Yeah, when I went, see? And they're like, hey, you're gone. I was like...
Okay, intimate. Bryce, what is something none of us know?
I am a closet, huge Michael Bolton fan. I don't know if that's a secret or not. Yeah.
You know what?
I don't know if that is or not. I don't have anything.
I was until he put out those Toyota commercials at Christmas time. Do you remember those?
I do remember those, yeah, yeah.
Did you like those? I shot the TV with my gun every time.
The guy can sing. I mean,
he's a great singer.
He is a great singer.
Great singer.
And he's hot.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah. Nothing about Michael Bolton, and I'm like, oh, he's hot.
He is hot.
All right, get a good close-up of that when I'm ready. Oh, he's hot.
primary brand that we sell is Kubota.
It's been a very good line for us. We cater more to the sundown farmer, the hobby farmer, the guys that like to have the toys in the yard, work on their hunting properties.
Right now, take advantage of 0% APR for 84 months and payments as low as $129 per month on the Kubota L2 501 tractor. See dealer for details.
We're a Kubota dealership. It's really about asking questions to try to deliver what the customer's expectations are. Our website, fbmacboost.com. We're happy to talk with you via email or on the phone or come in.
Why VA? Because no one knows veterans like we do.
An agency focused on veterans.
Veterans can really come in and get comprehensive care.
We want to make sure they get the care they need. Primary care services, behavioral health services, extensive rehab and physical medicine services, women veterans program,
maternity care, infertility care.
The services they have earned.
This is why we're here.
Why the VA?
Because we know veterans better than anybody else.
I had tried dentures and they were not successful.
For people that have lost their teeth and are frustrated with wearing dentures, we have new methods and techniques to give people basically a third set of teeth.
When you have an extraction or an implant put in, your first thought is, that's going to hurt. I was completely comfortable through this. Dr. Hughes and his staff, they are wonderful.
That's a life-changing event for many, many people, and it's something that we do here on a daily basis at Hughes Dental Arts Center.
We love making new friends. Visit us online at facebook.com/SpielOn.
Wow. How about that show?
That's good. You know what? I've perfected the cup.
The cup of coffee?
Yeah, the cup of Joe.
Oh,
here's the key.
Okay, go ahead. No,
you fill it up and just add a little water. And then you just.
I know, you've just been bouncing off the.
I feel great.
Well, it's
I'm a little
espresso,
hot.
isn't
I feel hot, but I love it.
Hot?
Yeah, hot.
Hey, I got a question, a food question. You know, I got the trailer going. I got a food question.
Okay.
How does this sound?
Okay.
I made this up. Tell me what you think, okay? Because my food truck is nothing but grease, okay? We're greasy. We're out there fair food. We're slinging it. We hardly have any kind of healthy options. Now listen to this one, okay?
Not that we promote that or anything.
We don't. Eat healthy. But how about this? Take a hot dog bun, open it up.
Open it up.
I roller pinned it out flatter than a flitter.
Perfect.
Okay.
Love it.
Turned it over where the crusty side on the outside is in front of me.
I feel you.
I took some garlic and some butter and mixed
like
it
a little
together.
panini.
Well, no.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait.
You're not
garlic and butter.
Okay.
Spread it on there.
Okay.
Flipped
Flip
it
it
over.
Back. Okay.
Put my hot dog, put my cheese.
Okay.
And then
flipped it
over. Okay. And browned it on both sides.
Is that like a take on a pig in a blanket with butter and garlic?
Yeah, but it's mine. I did
Did
that.
you really was that what we were sharing, or? Because I wanted to talk about.
Would you like that? Would you like that?
I'll be honest. I'm the girl that takes the hot dog out of the bun and the corn dog. Is it good? I mean, bottom line is, did it blow your mind?
Yeah.
If it tastes great, who cares?
It's
I mean,
good.
we would have to sample. Everything I've had from you has been fantastic.
Okay, I'll
you
bring
guys
some for
you do a great job.
Speaking of sampling, was that fun today?
It was a lot of. I'm a little jelly. I didn't get to experience the whole Mark Wills thing.
Oh gosh.
Great. One of my faves. I was very, very sad by that. He missed me. Did he ask about me?
He said, "Do you have a partner?" And I said, "No, Mark."
You don't.
No, I do. But listen to me.
Okay.
So I'm so glad.
What?
This came today and we got to try it. 40 Below Joe.
Did he not leave you any more?
I only got to try the 2 flavors that he brought.
Okay, this is, did you get to try pumpkin spice?
No, I didn't know he had that.
You didn't know he had that pumpkin spice?
No.
Did you know he had, how about hazelnut? Did you know he had hazelnut?
They have, oh my gosh, where'd you get that one?
Did you know they had hazelnut?
You're kidding. Oh my gosh, I wish I'd have got one of these.
That's probably where it ends for you, right?
Yeah, this is, folks, you gotta really try that. They got hazelnut, they got pumpkin spice, salted caramel, and
mocha. Oh, and peppermint mocha. Did I tell you about that?
Where'd you get that one?
There's a term they use to refer to me. It's hoarder. Oh, look. That's got like candy cane crushed on it. Oh. And see, here's what's great. If you're enjoying a hot cup of coffee, you can just put some of that stuff in there. That's like your creamer. Oh, that's good. That's very
You are kidding me.
Hey, there's more.
You've got the whole cooler back here.
Yep.
Does he
I got a
know
lot.
what? Wow.
Here's what I did. Slid it behind the desk. He says his goodbyes. He walks out. He forgets. We're in 40 below Joe business, baby. We're about to go set up on the corner. You ready?
Mocha.
Oh man, it's good. This is the house blend. Just look at that.
Just coffee?
If you don't like sweets, just jump right in. I tell you, I'm hooked. I am already hooked.
Oh man.
Good. That was good. There you go. That's a straight up, oh, that is like having espresso.
What?
Oh,
Someone's
Rob.
in our stash.
Rob just discovered my stash, didn't he?
Oh my gosh.
That is good. That's stout. That'll get you going right there. That'll get you juiced in the morning. All right.
Oh my gosh.
I think our word should be the process by which you're able to make this liquid
what would that be?
Frozen like that. Is it called, it's not cryogenic. What is it? It's, what does that mean? When you...
Cryogenic?
When you freeze, like just...
I know what it's called.
Well, why don't you spit it out so that can be our word of the day?
Something freeze.
Something freeze.
Rapid freeze. Freeze fast. What am I thinking of?
Freeze. Fast freeze. Freeze frame. Freeze frame. You remember that song? That was great. You remember that? Freeze frame? That was a great song. I love that.
You know what? No, it's flash freeze, isn't it?
That's the process, is flash freeze? You are playing the lottery today. You have been on, girl. You've never been on like this.
I've never been on that my whole life like that.
I don't think flash freeze was what I was going for.
But that's the word. Wow. And then I had capers.
You did have capers.
What
and then
else
you
was
like named songs, like people just strum like two bars, whatever, you got it.
You know what? I'm too big for this show.
You are too big. There it is. What do we have? Cryogenics. If I could only see. This is it. The branch of physics dealing with the production and effects of very low temperatures. All right, we got to get out of here.
Okay.
Here we go. How many syllables?
4?
Cryogenics.
Ready? You start.
Cryogenics.
Cryogenics.
Now, freeze frame. We'll see you next week.